Well, the whole Stirling Castle project has been a £20 million project that started back in 1991. The particular phase that we're opening this weekend is the palace. This is James V's palace, recognised as being one of the finest Renaissance buildings in the whole of Britain. And it had been changed around a lot during the military occupation in the 1800s through into the 1900s. So a lot of the really rich, sumptuous interiors here were lost at that time. And that's really what the project has been about, has been to recreate the interiors as they would have been in the mid-16th century.
Well, this is a fantastic tribute to our history and our heritage, but culture and tourism are a vital part of our economy, and tourism contributes so much to the Scottish economy that we need to make sure we continually invest. But also it's about telling the story of Scotland. We are a creative nation. We're celebrating the creativity that was alive and well in the 16th century with the recreation here in the palace, but the craftsmanship that has gone into the tapestries, into the carving of the wood, the replicas of the famous Stirling heads brought together for the first time since 1777 is a tribute to our modern day creativity. We're rich in heritage, we've got a lot to contribute to the world, and I think this is a big statement here. It's worth investing in, but there's benefits for the economy too.
Stirling heads were an integral part of James V's designs for the palace. They adorned the main chamber, one of the king's main chambers, on the ceiling there. They were painted originally, beautiful heads. They survived in the palace to about 1777, and it was decided they should be taken down. So the originals were then taken down from here and distributed to a whole series of different people throughout Scotland, as well as wonderful artefacts in their own right. They're also part of an architectural scheme, a superb interior design scheme for the King's Palace. And so we've had them recreated, recarved, put back onto the ceiling and painted. So you can also now see how that scheme would have looked when it was in James's in the chamber.
The tapestries bring colour, they bring life, they bring a story. The interpretation of the heads for certainly the costume performance, very important. It also gives us an idea of how we looked at ourselves in Scotland 500 years ago.
Well, what we will bring is the opportunity for people to try and understand that life was different in what you see. However, the way in which people lived was very, very similar. Although we don't use urine to clean our linen anymore, the habits of your average man or woman are very similar to what you would find in the 21st century. So to get that across would be a real achievement.
We'll be meeting and greeting visitors. We'll be in character, so we're very much sharing how we live. And we'll be working together to have conversations which will inform visitors of the details of our lives.
It'll bring something, I don't know, magical, quite magical, because walking in to where these kings and queens were and actually reliving those moments, it will be a terrific experience, I think.
Well, what's fantastic here is we've managed to take the old heritage of Scotland and the craftsmanship that was alive and well then, and we've managed to recreate that with great talents, whether it's in the Stirling heads, which have the fantastic carving, whether it's in the amazing tapestries, or indeed the painting that's taken place in decorating these fantastic, sumptuous palaces. This is a must-see destination for all visitors.